And welcome back to the show. My name is Amal Powell.
Camry Rotunda.
And together we are Madri. And our topic is international sports. We'll be talking about the FIBA, the World Cup, other different international sports. We'll be interviewing some people too.
And I will be talking about international club soccer teams such as popular Manchester City and Real Madrid. In discussing these clubs, we'll be going over topics of annual revenue, club history, and impact on the city and countries of their respective teams, and much more.
So last year, FIBA increased their social media by 2.5 impressions, which was an indication of high-level ratings, which means their fans were going up, their numbers on TV were going up, and everything. So it just raised more fans and it helped them with money. So what they did was they created 4 new apps, which was called the FIBA Euro Basketball was one, Basketball Champions League, the Basketball World Cup, and the Euro League Women. So this basically, everybody started using these apps so they could watch it on their cell phones or whatever. And the apps help raise money. So they just created many more different apps and things like that. So along with that, to go with the FIBA, so with the 4 apps that were launched in 2017, there was 335,000 downloads and 15 million notifications sent. So it's 10 screens per session, 8 minutes per session, and it had a 4.9 overall rating. So anyway, the International Basketball Association, they had 35 million visits, which was 92% more than 2016, which they had. They had 97 million page views in the past year, and they had 121 million ad impressions. And this was mainly because they paired up with the NBA. So Mark Tatum, which is the NBA's deputy commissioner, reminded everyone during the FIBA World Basketball Summit in China last week. He made a quote, and he said, "Our goal is to promote the game of basketball, make basketball the most popular sport in the world, working together as a basketball family, working across stakeholders, bringing in the right partners, federations, leagues, all to grow the game of basketball. Our partners at FIBA have brought us in." So basically, what he tried to do is he came to China last week during the games at the China Basketball Association, and what he did was just speak about how the NBA and them are partnering up, how they're trying to just grow, and so basketball become the most popular sport in the world. And one thing that really makes an impact in that is the international players that are actually in the NBA that are from Spain and Russia, and they have a big impact there, which brings it over international, which brings it over to different countries like that. And some players are Manu Ginobili, Paul Gasol, you have Russia's Andrei Kirilenko, and you have Tony Parker. So that's just some of the players right there that are all-stars in this league and that have brung the basketball in America back over to there. And that's how they're kind of bringing it together like that.
Okay, so my article is about Manchester City becoming the second premier soccer club to pass 500 million in revenues. So a little bit about them is that they were founded in 1880 in England, and they used to call themselves Gordon FC and Ardwick AFC. And they changed their name to Manchester City in 1894. They claimed their first trophy in 1904, which was the FA Cup. Okay, so now getting back to my article. Premier League champions Manchester City announced 500.5 million in annual revenues. Entering a 4th consecutive year of profit, the current champions follow in the footsteps of rivals Manchester United in surpassing £500 million in annual revenues. The 2017-18 season was a record-breaking one for Manchester City, as its men's team missed 100 points en route to winning the league title by a margin of 19 points, scoring over 100 goals in the process. This year makes a decade since the club was transformed following a takeover by the Abu Dhabi family. The latest financial report shows that Sheikh Mansour has invested more than 1.3 billion directly into Manchester City. As recently as 2011, Manchester City had announced a record loss of 197 million in a season that saw it by high-profile players including David Silva, Mario Balotelli, and now here's a video.
It's a family. In the end, you spend maybe more time here than you spend at home.
And after all
sports. Oh, hey, didn't see you there. It's me again. Anyway, for my final topic, I am going to be talking about the World Cup. Okay? It's the biggest event internationally. The World Cup. Soccer. Okay? It's once every 4 years. It's 32 countries, 352 players, 150 staff, and millions of fans across the country worldwide. Okay? They wait for this event every 4 years to see every one of their teams battle for it and go at it. You have Cristiano Ronaldo. You have Lionel Messi, just to name two. All right? Two of the best in the world. All right? Just to name a few. But anyway, besides that, the World Cup is played every 4 years, like I explained. Okay? In 2014, there were 3.2 billion people, almost half the world's population, tuned in to watch the World Cup. Okay? That's almost half the world's population. That just shows you how popular it really is. In 2018, this year obviously was the first place that Russia has ever hosted it. The 2018 World Cup was Russia's 11th World Cup appearance. Their highest ever finish was 4th place, which was in 1966. And to cap the whole thing off, this is the U.S. women's national soccer team's 8th qualification for the World Cup. So congratulations, girls. Go out there and do your thing in FIFA and make things right. But now we're on to a interview with one of our reporters, with Thomas Espinosa.
Okay, so today I'm here with Thomas Espinosa, a Mercier soccer player, to comment on the subject of international players coming to the States and playing in college. Okay, what do you think of international players coming to America and playing soccer at the college level?
I think it's definitely pretty crazy to think about. Players are come all the way over to America just to play at, a university that isn't necessarily as good as the clubs you could play at in, for say, where my old roommate lives in the Netherlands, or even in Spain, or if you want to go anywhere else. So with what it does is they bring over a different type of playing style, I guess, and it changes my life drastically.
Okay, so next question. How does it impact the life of American college athletes as their teammates?
Well, it makes life a lot more different, because not only do they bring a different playing style, but they also bring a different culture to the locker room, to living environments, to even Saturday and Friday nights, where their entire way of looking at life and ways they do things is a lot different. So I think it brings a lot of diversity to schools and college, and it definitely brings a lot more, a lot more fun, because you get to learn a different way to do things. You teach them some things, we teach. It goes back and forth. So it's really nice to meet them and have them come here. But again, to me, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Okay, thank you for letting me interview you today.
You're very welcome.
Thank you for tuning in to watch our video about international sports.
Hope we taught you a lot. Hope you learned a lot today about basketball and soccer. We're signing off.
I'm Camry.
I'm Ahmad. And together
we are Madri.
So peace. Have a good day. We'll see you next time. We out. Yiddy.